want to sign, sign an extension here. I want to play for as long as I possibly can, and would love to be able to stay in one spot. That's kind of rare these days. Really, the only position that gets that chance is quarterback at the moment. So it'd be a lot of fun. We'll see where that goes, though.
What's going on, MBL Network? You are watching Building the Franchise with the Detroit Lions. I'm your host, Bomber. On today's episode, this is the Prelude. We're only in preseason week 1 right now, MBL season 26, our first season under the new Madden 18 game, so we're really excited about that. Today we're going to be talking about our rosters, looking at our depth chart and upcoming schedule for MBL season 26. If you want to look further into our schedule, go to MaddenBomberLeague.com. Check out our team. It's our Daddy Leagues website. Big shout out to them, the #1 host for franchise modes. Also, our developing players who we're going to be developing this year. We're looking at a couple young guys we're really looking to put some XP into and some time into developing them as well, and some position battles, man. I got some really tough decisions I got to make this year in regards to who's going to be getting the carries at halfback and so forth and so on. Even at safety, I'm really in love with Miles Killebrew. I have said that many times. So we'll get into that, but first I want to give you a little history and rundown of exactly who I am. I'm the commissioner of the Madden Bomber League, 5-time MBL Super Bowl champion, Season 9, Season 13, Season 16, Season 21, and yes, last season, Season 25, we faced the Pittsburgh Steelers, arguably our biggest rivalry in the Madden Bomber League. That's Lip, the co-commissioner of the MBL. We were able to come away with the victory, and that gave us our 5th Super Bowl championship as we defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers. 14 seasons in a row, we've won the NFC North Division crown. I'm 285, 64, and 3 win-loss tie record. That's 81% winning percentage. 16 division titles, 8 conference titles, and 5 Super Bowl championships. That's my resume right now. I also want to give a little history breakdown of the Detroit Lions, the MBL Detroit Lions. Since I've taken over this team in Madden 25, we have 9 players inducted into our Ring of Honor. We celebrate and really remember the players that were created by Madden that stuck out. They were one of our guys that were good in the community, on the field, off the field. They did all kinds of things. 6 of those players that you're seeing right now are in the MBL Players Hall of Fame. You can find that at 365.MaddenBomberLeague.com. The link will be in the description below. But now it's time to talk about some Madden 18 stuff. We got some big things coming up this year, so let's take a look at the team. So as it states right now, this is preseason, week 1. Taylor Decker at left tackle, Greg Robinson left guard, center Travis Swanson, right guard from the Green Bay Packers, TJ Lang, Ricky Wagner, former Baltimore Raven. Tight end, we go Eric Ebron. We're hoping he can live up expectation. He's been great for us the last couple Maddens. Golden Tate at wide receiver, paired alongside Marvin Jones, wide receiver 2. And at halfback, notice I have them both in there, Amir Abdullah and Theo Riddick. Guys, I want to know your opinion on this. I'm going to show a little bit of Theo Riddick right now and a little bit of Amir Abdullah. And we'll go ahead and compare what these two guys can bring to the table. And our captain at quarterback, our MVP in the MBL. Check him out, multiple-time MVP. #1 rated in the cycle last year from Madden 17, Matthew Stafford, under center at quarterback. But let's get back to the real controversy, and that's, am I going to go with Theo Riddick? Am I going to go with Amir Abdullah? I mean, look at Theo Riddick right there. The things he can do in the open field and in the passing game is so explosive that it almost takes precedence over what Amir Abdullah can do running between the tackles. It's a big decision, what's going to happen, what we're going to do. But Theo Riddick, it's just hard to keep him off the field and say he's only a 3rd down back when he creates such big and explosive plays in the passing game. We're such a heavy passing team. It might be necessary to keep him on the field longer and kind of give Amir Abdullah a little bit of that 3rd down role where he's just getting a little bit of carries here and there. Here's how the depth chart currently looks right now. We got Theo Riddick at #1 on the halfback depth chart ahead of Amir Abdullah. Theo, not as athletic as Amir Abdullah, but he has that agility. I like that 94 agility, as I said earlier, in open space. That really makes him a dangerous threat, especially in the passing game with that mid-80s route running. His catching is obviously better than Amir Abdullah, but health concerns for both of these halfbacks. So I'll probably keep a third halfback on board, potentially Asiata, Zach Zenner, or Washington. You guys let me know. I'm going to keep one of those guys and probably have to release the other two in order to make roster spot and meet that 53-man roster at the end of the preseason. And before we round out the offensive side of the ball, Matt Stafford will be our Season 26 captain on the Detroit Lions. We'll name 3 captains, 1 from the offensive side of the ball and 2 on defense. Matt Stafford holds the MBL single-season passing yards record, the MBL single-season touchdown record, and he's looking to do a lot more in MBL Season 25 during this cycle of Madden 18. You see right there, 98 throw power, 88 throw on the run, 80 deep accuracy, short accuracy 89, medium accuracy 84. A lot of potential here with Matt Stafford. Also has that clutch trait and quick development. All right, now we're going to move on to the defensive side of the ball. Very important for our Detroit Lions in MBL Season 26 to have a strong and stout defense, and we start with one of our defensive captains right off the bat, free safety Glover Quinn. We'll talk about him a little bit more just a little bit later. Tahir Whitehead's going to be our right outside linebacker, middle linebacker Gerard Davis in our 4-3 attacking defense. Paul Worlow going to be our left outside linebacker. I have big plans for Paul Worlow. Only 27 years old. I thought he was a lot older. Came from Atlanta Falcons. This guy's a veteran, high awareness, has a lot of ability. We'll talk about him a little bit later. At strong safety, we got Tavon Wilson. Most of y'all probably surprised. I usually go with Miles Killebrew, but Wilson right now is ready to go out of the box, and we got to give him the opportunity to play and see if Miles Killebrew in the preseason can earn himself some time on the field. That's going to be important throughout this preseason. I'll let you know next Saturday, as we're going to be on every Saturday on the MBL Network, how these guys did. You'll be able to follow my stream. You'll also be able to watch us when we're on MBL Live play-by-play games. So make sure you follow us and cheer these Detroit Lions on, because this team, I'm going to give you all the information I have about them, and I'm going to be listening to y'all. We're going to try to build this thing from the ground up and try to get back in that Super Bowl contention. At cornerback, we have Darius Slay at number 1. Number 2, I went with Nevin Lawson. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. There's some cornerback controversy for the Detroit Lions right now. You know, on our defensive line, it's pretty solid. Kerry Hyder, defensive end. Ziggy Ansah, excuse me. Our other captain on our team, our second defensive captain will be Ziggy Ansah. Him and Glover Quinn will be heading this defense. Ashawn Robinson, I went with him at defensive tackle. I still think he has a lot left to prove. University of Alabama, really feel strong about him. And Haloti Ngata, man, we're gonna let him ride off into the sunset with a starting position. We do have a couple talented defensive tackles right now that we could be looking at to move in case Haloti Ngata gets hurt, because he has been an injury plagued over the last couple seasons, especially in the NBL. All right, guys, our first position battle we really have on defense is at cornerback. The number 2 cornerback spot is going to be paired next to Darius Slay. So what we're going to be asking from this guy is not as much as it would be if we didn't have a star corner next to him. Nevin Lawson, nonetheless, is a good corner. Look at his man coverage, 85, zone 76. We're going to be running a lot more man. He doesn't have superior athleticism, 90 speed, 90 agility, only 89 acceleration, but he's a smart player, and he's solid. I think he's going to be solid next to Slay, and based on our other options, I think he's our best choice out of box right now. Let's move on and look at DJ Hayden. DJ Hayden didn't really live up to expectation in Oakland. Now he's in Detroit. 91 speed, 94 agility. I really like that 94 agility. Notice his coverages are much lower. 73 coverage, 76 zone. I think a comparable zone coverage, but man coverage off by about 12 points. Acceleration at 90. He has the athleticism. That's why I really like him in the slot, especially at 94 agility. Guys, let me know what you think. Is Hayden really someone that we should consider playing at number 2 next to Slay over Nevin Lawson, or maybe a third option? And our third option right now could be go with the rookie and let's go with the youth. And then we start looking at 20-year-old University of Florida second-round pick Tease Tabor, 87 speed, 90 acceleration, 92 agility. Not too impressed, but his coverages are really high. 20 years old. His press is 74. It's higher than Nevin Lawson. I was concerned about that. He does have good size, 6 foot, 201 pounds. This might be a guy that if we really want to go with youth and decide, okay, we'll take the bumps and the losses at first, and we'll try to adapt to see if we can deal with his speed on the outside, it might be worth the investment, especially with him playing next to Slay. He'll always be guarding the number 2 wide receiver. All right, guys, let's take a look at the depth chart in the game. Right there you see Don Carey backing up Glover Quinn. And look at Miles Killebrew over there, 69 overall, backing up Wilson. But I really like Killebrew. I like his size, 6'2". He's got good size, good weight, and great athleticism. He can help stop the run, and he can cover. So I think he has a bright future here with our squad. Guys, let me know what you think. Defensive tackle, we actually have Spence. I think Spence could actually be a really great defensive tackle for us, surrounded by Ziggy Ansah and pass rusher Kerry Hyder, excuse me. You know, those are two great pass rushing defensive ends. I think he has an opportunity in the middle to be a quality defensive tackle for us as well. And at linebacker, I think we're really strong as well. So, guys, let me know what you think about the roster so far. We are in preseason. Week 1, we haven't played a game yet. What I did do was we did go through all the training and stuff. All right, preseason week 1, we're going to be taking on the Indianapolis Colts. It's going to kick off Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when NBL Season 26 officially kicks off. But right now, we're going to be doing a little practice mode. We did the situational backed up offense, pass defense cover 3, and our focus players for this week were middle linebacker Gerard Davis, cornerback Tease Tabor, and left tackler Taylor Decker. And we made sure we hit all those groups as well, so they got the double points. And these guys' ages are great. I mean, Tease Tabor's 20, Gerard Davis is 21, and Decker's 23. All right, fellas, before I wrap up this prelude, I just wanted to touch on a couple things. Matt Stafford's contract obviously up at the end of this year, and that's a key signing. We must get that done, and if we don't, I promise you we will be franchise tagging our franchise quarterback, Matt Stafford. Also, I'm going to post a schedule up here, our week-to-week schedule. Tell me what game y'all are looking forward this year. After every game, I'm going to collect highlights, and I'll be presenting those every Saturday on here, and you're going to get caught right up to date on what's going on in the Madden Bomber League. Throughout the preseason, we're going to have 24-hour advances, and then once the regular season starts, it's usually 48 to 60, sometimes quicker than that. You can follow along on Twitter at Bomber League. Guys, take a look at that schedule again. You can find it actually on NFL.com. It's the same exact schedule as the NFL's going. What game would you like to see on MBL Live, our play-by-play broadcast? We got a potential huge rivalry between the Lions and the Vikings. That owner's been talking a lot of smack. We want to get our team primed and ready to compete for the division and continue this tradition of winning in Detroit. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, leave them in the comments section below. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to tune in every Saturday on the MBL Network. It will be Building the Franchise with the Detroit Lions, hosted by Bomber. We're going to be doing a lot of cool things, interactive stuff. Follow along. I'll have all gameplay footage from games throughout the week, and we'll break down some footage together, and we'll try to get this ship right because we're looking to win championship and keep this winning tradition alive. And that'll do it for the Prelude episode, Building the Franchise, Detroit Lions. You saw the roster today, the depth chart. Guys, we're looking to build for Season 26. We got some young potential talent coming up, and it looks to be a fun ride. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the show. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see you next Saturday on Building the Franchise with the Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah. And Minnesota, remember, Detroit owns the North.